Hey, how y'all doing?
Christopher, welcome. We're going to start with Mark Weiser, then Mike Griffith.
Hey, Christopher, how are you?
I'm good.
I want to ask you kind of about, how it was without Richard out there for you. And I guess you've played in place of him before, so you're used to that. But, with Major working with him and then losing Lewis, how are you guys holding up at safety?
It was definitely a little bit different. Richard is a leader on our defense. He brings a lot of energy, and so does Lewis. But with guys like Money and the Kobe Dean out there, we really didn't miss a beat. We were able to still have a lot of good communication and things like that. So it was definitely different, but we were able to still pick things up.
Hey, Christopher, I just want to ask you, difference in the first half and the second half against Florida, it looked like the defense, was there any adjustments that you guys made, or can you just talk about holding Florida without a touchdown in the second half?
We just came out and when we went in the locker room, guys got on each other. We made sure that we stayed in the game and we didn't really lose sight of what our goal was, which was to win. Ultimately, we definitely made a lot of adjustments, things like that, and started shutting down a lot of the things that were hurting us in the first half. And I think if we would have played in the first half like we did in the second half, game might have been a little bit more different.
Let's go to Brandon and then Seth.
Steve, I don't have one. I'm good.
Seth, go ahead, please.
Christopher, Kirby talked about man-to-man defense being kind of the pillar of your all's pass defense, and maybe kind of having to re-examine parts of that and how you all approach it off of what's happened this year. Just in a short way, can you explain why that's important, the man-to-man part, and what you think has gone wrong in the Alabama game and the Florida game?
I mean, man-to-man is definitely important because, it's money, mono. You got to be able to stick to your man and keep your eyes on your man. And we've been working on it constantly and tirelessly. I don't really think it's a problem or anything like that. We just got to keep working until we get better.
Is it possible that when you're doing man-to-man, like a team motions and switches and it confuses the defense a lot?
I wouldn't say necessarily confuses. We have a lot of checks and things like that, and sometimes, we don't get the right call in, but for the most part, we do pretty good.
Go to Dean and then Chip.
Chris, I'm trying to remember. Did Jermaine play with you when you were a senior?
Jermaine Burton?
Burton? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think he was a freshman when I was either a sophomore or a junior at Hateville Charter.
Did y'all play on the same team together?
Yes, sir.
How was, and then he left and you went to Georgia eventually. How was it reconnecting with him over time?
It's definitely great. Like, from the day we seen Jermaine, like, from the day he stepped on that field, we knew he was special. I remember the first play we had, the first play he caught the pass, he took it about 80 yards. And ever since then, I knew he was special. And I've always said that Jermaine is one of the best receivers I've gone against in my entire life. So he's definitely a special player. He's a special kid. It was glad to get him back to UGA, and he's doing good things for our team also.
Let's go to Dasher and then Jake.
Hey, Chris, just kind of talk about Major Burns just a little bit, kind of getting trial by fire for him a little bit with the injuries and everything. But so far, how do you think he's picking it up, and what are the challenges he has to meet, moving forward?
Yeah, I think Major's doing an amazing job. He's a ball of fire for us. He got no fear, and he wants to learn. He wants to learn just like the rest of us. He has a passion for the game I don't see in too many people, and he wants to work. Coming in as a freshman, everybody goes through their challenges and things like that. But with time, he'll get better, and with the growing pains and things like that, he'll get better.
Thanks.
Chris, when you look at the way you guys are playing right now on defense, and when you're playing well and when you're not playing well, and teams are scoring, what's the difference? Like, what's the kind of the when you have games like Florida and Alabama, what is it that kind of goes? I know you're playing better teams, but what is it that you guys can do better in those games that you seem to do so well in others?
We just got to execute a little bit more. We make a couple mistakes, and when you playing teams like that, they make you pay for them. So we just got to execute a little bit more and just minimize the mistakes, because we're right there with those teams. I don't feel like their talent is that much better than ours. I feel like we're on the even playing field. But in those games, it comes down to execution.
Let's go to Palmer and then Griffin.
Yeah, Chris, 2 practices into this week, have you gotten a sense of where, kind of the team's head is at coming off of a loss? And kind of along those same lines, what are some goals for the team for the rest of the season?
The team's definitely still in it. It's obviously a tough position for us. We've never been at this position in the season since I've been here. But, everybody head's still in the game. And, we just trying to finish strong, win the rest of these games. And hopefully we can get the best outcome out of the season. We're just going to keep playing hard. We never going to give up. We never going to give up.
Hey, Chris, with the cancellations that we've already seen in the SEC this week because of COVID, what are some of the thoughts that you have run through your head, and maybe if you have any teammates who have talked about it with you?
The cancellations don't mean a thing to us until we get a decision on our game. And right now our game is still on, so we still preparing, still ready to go anytime our numbers are called, and we just have to wait and see.
Let's go to Blaine and then Connor. Let's go to Blaine and then Connor.
Hey, Chris, did Richard say anything special to you or specifically to you since you were sort of filling in for him last week? And what did you sort of make of your individual performance against Florida?
He kind of just had a message for the whole defensive back group, just telling us that, we can go out there and we can do it. We won't miss a beat, you feel me, and things like that. That was pretty much it. I talked to him a little bit after the game and told him I just had to step up a little bit more, you feel me. I had a couple mistakes here and there, and I was playing pretty much assignment football, and I want to go out there and play way better for the team next game.
Let's finish up with Justin.
Appreciate it. Hey, Christopher, you mentioned, guys speaking up at halftime, and maybe it's happening some more this week when things aren't going great. Who are some of the guys that really step into that vocal leadership role in times like these?
I'll say definitely Mark Rebb. He was definitely one of the guys that halftime that was really picking a lot of dudes up. Monty Rice, Jermaine Johnson, all those guys, they all really, really, really picked the team up during halftime.